guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, here to do a pick a card reading for you guys. Woo! Today's pick a card reading is, do they still think about me? Do they? I don't know. Let's find out. So this is a general reading. If it resonates with you, yes! Woo! I'm so excited. If it doesn't resonate with you, well, I'm really sorry. But still like and subscribe this video. And I do have others, so there's going to be 3 readings, so you can definitely watch all of them. Or you can go scroll through my other videos and watch those pick a card readings. I do a default of reading towards a female. If it's love related, it is towards a male. So pronouns can be interchangeable. So he's can be she's can be he's, he, she, whatever's going on in your life. So let's get started. We got 1, 2, 3. Pick a cad, any cad. I'm gonna start with number 1. Okay, so do they still think about me? Do they still think about you, actually? Let's see. Okay, you got wild boar and you got turkey. So wild boar is confrontation, which is interesting. So it seems like you guys are not talking because there was a fight. This could be a breakup. This could be something that was not very good, but there was some sort of confrontation and you guys are split apart. Then you have turkey, and turkey is actually a gift. So there was a confrontation, but there still is this gift energy, this turkey energy, which feels like there's still some good in it. It's not like there's not any sort of like negative feelings in that way. So let's see what else we got. We got 8 of Cups. We got 9 of Pentacles. You got 10 of Cups, one of my favorite cards, and the Emperor. So, it feels like that there was a fight, but you were a gift to them. So I still think that they think about you? Yes, I do. They have moved on. They're enjoying their single life. So you have the moving on with 8 of Cups and the single life and feeling abundant with that 9 of Pentacles. But they do think about that gift you gave them, which is love and that happily ever after feeling. And then also that Emperor. You made them feel like they were the Emperor. And if you're thinking of like, if you're a man thinking about a woman, and it's not that the woman is an emperor, but it's like that you made them feel like they were important and that they were, because they are. You guys are to this person. It's just that this wild boar, whatever happened, it was not good. Then you have pink tourmaline, and that's forgiveness. Agate, and that is healthy body. And then you have clear quartz, which is purification. So they're thinking about forgiveness. So it's kind of funny how this kind of landed this way, because you have the forgiveness, and I think that they want to have you forgive them for moving on and being single, and even for the confrontation, for this whole thing ending. They want that forgiveness from you, and I think that's what they're thinking. And it doesn't mean necessarily if this is a love interest. Sorry, that's my cat using the cat box. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they want to get back together if this was a love relationship, which it totally feels like it is. But it's definitely wanting that forgiveness. They want you in their life. They want you because you are a gift. You gave them this happily ever after feeling that I don't think that they either A, have ever had, or B, nothing that was like that. It was something completely different. They also think about how you're healthy, your healthy body. So you definitely took care of yourself, and that can go back to like physical attraction too, where it's like, oh yeah. Then you have the purification, and I think that's what they're thinking about when they think about you, is trying to get this negative energy from that wild boar, whatever that confrontation was. They want to make that right again. And then you got relax, everything's okay. Don't worry, it's all gonna be fine. And then you have solace, bodies of water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. Okay. And then you have Green Man, which is synergy. So with these cards, it feels like these are more suggestions of either what this person that you're asking about, thinking of you, needs to do, or of yourself. I believe with the Green Man, though, the synergy is almost like this circle of life, in the way of like not life and death, but like you have like a fruit tree, and then the deer eats the fruit off of the fruit tree, and then like goes and poops out the seeds, and then it like becomes a new plant. That's not saying that your relationship is like a deer poop or whatever, but it's that kind of thing where it feels like you guys are still, at least in this relationship, this is still an active relationship, in the way that this is not over. You aren't hearing from them, obviously, because you're asking, do they still think about you? Yes, they do. And I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to figure out their game plan of making this wild boar energy right. Because they want that 10 of Cups back. They want forgiveness from you. And it can be forgiveness from them too. So whatever is happening, this is still something that is, it's not, I shouldn't say it's active in the way that they're going to be contacting you soon or whatnot, but you're constantly on their mind, and they're trying to make a game plan of how to get you back into their life. So to answer the question, do they still think about you? Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, if that resonated with you, awesome! I'm very excited about that. If it did not resonate with you, well, I'm very sorry. You can watch the other videos or the other readings and see if they resonate with you. Make sure that you give this a like and you subscribe. And we are on to number 2. Boop! Number 2! That is our pretty pink flower. Okay, so we are asking the question, do they still think about me, or do they still think about you? Let's find out. Okay, you got frog energy, which that is cleansing. Then you have squirrel energy, which that is gathering. Okay. So this is kind of a conflicting thing. Let's see what the other cards say before I say anything. You have 4 of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Death card. Okay. So I feel like the question is, do they still think about me? Just with these cards, I say yes, but they don't want to. I feel, at least with the energy, and the frog is like really standing out as cleansing energy. So I feel like this was a relationship of some sort. Something that was serious, that there was a commitment. And depending on how the other cards say, this can be a friendship as well. Because nothing's screaming out love. Although it's 4 of Wands, which is a marriage card. So you could have been married to this person, but I also signify that marriage with a really close friend. So I feel like that you guys were really, really close, that you were really, really in each other's lives, very stable. And you received some sort of emotion message from, well, he received, or she received some sort of message from you, and he or she just wants it to stop. So this could be like you reaching out, saying like, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. And they're just kind of done. And I feel like they do think about you. It isn't bad thoughts necessarily, but they want to move on. They are kind of just done with it. So then you have trust, which is prenite. Diopatese? Again, I'm sorry, I cannot read. Diopatese, which is heart healing. Okay. So that feels, there was trust that happened that might have been compromised. That I just feel like something happened with trust. That you destroyed their trust, or something that's like that. Something just really shattered that whole, they just, I think from what is being said with the energy, that they just left. That this could be a ghosting situation, that they just stopped talking to you. They just cut you off, and you destroyed their trust. That's what the energy is coming off to me as. There's heart healing that needs to happen here for this person that you're asking about if they think about you. They're really hurt. I feel like you were a really big part in their life, in that you were really a trusted person that they could depend on their life to you, and you did something that, and maybe you didn't necessarily do it, and maybe it's all a misunderstanding and whatnot, but they feel like you destroyed their trust, and they just kind of want to be over it because they need to heal from it. And then you have imagine. What would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? So that to me is like, I feel like they're very much like, they think about you a lot. And I think with this like wish comes true, that they could be in your life. But this trust, and it's screaming at me with the frog because of that green energy and whatnot, like that is really destroyed right now, and they want to go back to where it used to be, where you could be trusted and that you were a part of their lives. And I think that's what they, when they think about you, I don't feel like they're super negative, or at least the cards right now. I don't feel like they have like a super big hatred for you, or like really angry negative feelings towards you. I think they're just really disappointed and really sad. And they might be actually even more having negative feelings towards themselves because they let whatever this is happen. And then you got Pele, which is divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What's your heart's true desire? Interesting. Because we have heart healing, and then what's your heart's true desire? Mother Mary, which is expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. What's your true desire and expect a miracle? I think this kind of goes like the Mother Mary and the Imagine card kind of go hand in hand, where it's like expect a miracle, that things will get back to normal, and that's kind of what they're thinking and hoping. There was a passion there for their this could be a friend that maybe you showed interest in, maybe you showed romantic feelings towards, and they were like, no. Because passion to me is like fiery passion. And then, of course, after I just said that, you have fire, which is passion. And then you have crystals and focus. I just feel like something was not, like, trust was broken. They're really upset. But the two passions makes me think that you guys were, you might have not been together, but you were passionate about each other. Now, I was kind of feeling more towards like a friend thing, but this could be a friends with benefits. Anytime I see passion and fire and things like that, I think of, you know, especially like with wands and stuff, that's energy, and that's like going towards like work and job and like what your passion is for life and whatnot. But when I get these oracle cards with passion, with Pele, and with fire, I mean, it's so sexual to me. So that's what makes me think that there was some sort of physical relationship that came into play. And maybe that was the trust where they were starting to feel for you, and then you guys weren't really together, and then hooked up with someone else or got into another relationship with someone else, and then they were just like, well, I'm done because I caught a little bit of feelings. And maybe that is with that expect a miracle and imagine. They want to get back with you, but I think they just do with that death card. That death card is that they just kind of want to cut it off. They just kind of want to just be done with it, because I think that they got really hurt in this, but they didn't catch feelings all the way. It just started to get to that place where maybe this would work. And so, yeah, I feel like that is what it is. But to answer your original question, do they still think about you? Yes, they do. They sure do. They want to stop, though. They want to stop, but they definitely do think of you. All right, guys. Well, that is done with that reading. Give this a thumbs up and a subscribe. If it resonated with you, woo, 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 woo. I'm so excited. If it didn't resonate with you, well, I'm very sorry about that. That sucks for you. There's one more reading that you can catch and see if that resonates with you. So we are on to number 3. Okay. Now this one is a heavy, heavy stack. I don't think I've ever had this many cards fly out. So buckle up, Buttercup. We're going on a ride to somewhere. I don't know where. So do they still think about you? Hummingbird, joy. They have really good feelings about you. When they think about you, they think about joy. Right off the bat, do they still think about you? I would say yes. If you're a joyful person and you bring joy to someone, how would you not think about it? But let's continue. We have Justice. We have 2 of Swords. We have 7 of Swords. We have Knight of Pentacles. Got Opal, joy. I'm gonna ruin this. Cacao Axonite, which is new beginnings. I can't read. Black Tourmaline, which is protection. Rose Quartz, which is inner child. Okay, we still have a bunch of cards to go. I'm to just read with what this is right now. So they feel like there's definite joy there, because you have hummingbird and opal, which is the meaning of joy. Justice happened. This is kind of difficult. So you have justice, and justice is balance. Justice is, it's also like justice was served. I'm trying to figure out which side justice was served on. Was it their side, or was it your side? I'm kind of leaning more on your side. It's more on your side. You have Two of Swords as well. Two of Swords is your heart and your mind are not together. You know, there's a crossroads and you're trying to pick which one, and it's really indecisive. Then you have Seven of Swords, which can be deception, it can be deceiving, it can be sly. My biggest thing whenever I see Seven of Swords is boundaries, that building boundaries so the thief can't get in. And then you have Knight of Pentacles, which is like a slow moving energy that's going to be going towards battle and whatnot, but it is just really, really slow. So I'm feeling that whatever this relationship was, I'm not sure, I'm not picking up any sort of romance, but justice was served on your side. Whatever was done, I think that you were the one that cut it off. There's all that sword energy. You cut it off, you were just like done. I think that you miss them, and because you know that you had a really good time with them. I think that you really did love this person. But they feel conflicted. I think when they think about you on a really, really deep level. This isn't just like, oh, the fun times and whatnot, because they definitely have that. They're definitely thinking about all the joy that you brought them. They're thinking about like how you are, that like inner child, that rose quartz, that you just have that wonderment about you. I think what they're trying to do right now is build boundaries and try to figure out how they can get back in your life. I believe that this is someone that really wants to come back in. You cut them off. And I think that they're also in that indecisive way of whether it's going to be worth it or not. It might hurt them in the end. I think that they're gonna try to move forward, but it is gonna be really slow moving energy. They're not going to be knocking at your door today. Or like anytime soon. This is just, again, really slow moving energy. It is an earth sign, so I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles and them coming in, it's going to be around that time of earth signs. So earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So Taurus is in the end-ish of April and beginning-ish of May. And then you have Virgo, which is it's at the end of August. This is a good quiz for me. It's like at the end-ish of August and then at the beginning-ish of September. And then you have Capricorn, which is at the end-ish of December, beginning-ish of January. Whew. So January's already passed. Your next up would be in April or May. End of April, early May is when you might hear from them. Also, it could be towards the end of the year, end of summer. But I do feel like they are trying to plan something with that Seven of Swords, and it can be kind of sly, kind of deceiving, like they're trying to get back on it. They feel like a really big protection towards you. And they want that new beginnings as well. They want the new beginnings and they have that protection. They're very protective over you. I have like a really deep connection that I'm feeling with how they feel about you. So then you have simplicity, which is put your energy in the basics and let go of excess. Exercise, which is run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body. This will give you more energy and happiness. Then you have Rhiannon, which is sorceress, and you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Nemotona, which is sacred space, and that's create an altar or visit a powerful place to connect with the divine. And then we have Freya, which is bold, and that's unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. So I feel like there's more to come. I still have more. So they view you, and don't take this in a bad way, they view you as being very simple. And I think that's kind of like your charm, because you have that inner child, you have that joyous energy. And I think a lot of times when you are like that, you do have simplicity. You're not into the drama, you're just wanting to have fun and hang out. The exercise came up, and I think they are wanting you to stay on a healthy path. I think they just think about all of your well-being, really. And I think that's also that protection too, is that exercise where it's like, I want them to be healthy and be happy and continue that path. You have the sorceress, which I believe is a total, they believe that you are magic. They believe that you are incredible. And you're magic because you can get whatever you want, because you are manifesting things. And then you are their sacred space. You're that place that they can go and call home. That's what I totally feel, like this just really deep connection that they're wanting to come back. And they don't think of you in like, they think of the good times, absolutely, but they want you back because you were their home. Like, you were their everything. And then you have bold, which that kind of goes into like your carefree inner child, and you just will do whatever. You don't care if you look like a bit of a fool or whatnot, but it's just really, this person thinks really highly of you. Lightning, which is power. Cave, which is sanctuary. And Gaia, which is nurturing. Okay, here's the creepy thing, all right? So we have Rhiannon, which is sorceress, and she's powerful because she can manifest it. And right underneath it is lightning, which is power. So this person views you as a really powerful force, that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Yeah, you have this kind of simplicity and whatnot, but you have power behind it. And then you have the Nemotona, and that's your sacred space. Right below it is cave, which is sanctuary. This comes back to, this person feels like you are home. Like, you are a protector. Like, that protection that they protect you for, they feel the same way that you protect them. And they're wanting to come home. They're wanting to come home to you. And I think just right now is that they're just getting a game plan. And that's what, when they think about you, that's what they're thinking about. Then you have nurturing for Gaia. And that is definitely something that they know that you're a nurturing and loving person. Just as a side note with this energy, this person that you're asking for, if it does resonate with you, thinks very highly of you and seems like a really great person, because they have your back and they're looking out for you and they want your happiness. They want you to be happy, and they're going to try everything in their power to get to you. I think they are a little bit indecisive with that Two of Swords. They aren't sure whether it's going to be worth it or whatnot in the end, but I do believe in the long run that you will be hearing from them, and they want you back in their life. But so to answer your original question, do they still think about me? Yes. And I would not be surprised if they don't think about you every single day, at least for a little bit. All right, guys, well, that's it for number 3, and that's it for all of the readings. I'm so glad that you have watched all of these. Give this a thumbs up and subscribe. And if this resonated with you, yes, 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 woo, woo, woo. I'm very excited about it. And if it didn't resonate with you, well, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that, but there are other readings. If you didn't watch 1 or 2, go to the timestamps below and pick those out and watch them and see if those resonate with you. But anyways, I just want to say thank you for watching. I'm so happy to have you guys. You guys are amazing, and I hope to see you soon. Bye! See ya! Bye! Bye bye! 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 Bye, guys.